Welcome to the Q.A.C. Team Podcast, your quality assurance consulting team. Quality is our highest priority for your business with one goal, one direction, success. And now here's your host, Charles Luttrell. Good afternoon, listeners. My podcast interview today is all about organizing and styling from Tampa Bay. Hillary, Jamie, welcome to the Q.A.C. Team Podcast.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. It's my honor to have you on. Cannot wait to get through this interview. I'm excited.
We're excited too. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. So go ahead and tell our audience who you are and what you do.
Sure. We are Sorted and Styled, and we are out of Tampa, Florida. We are a professional organization company. We work commercial and residential, and we also do interior design. So we just celebrated our third year in business, and Jamie and I are partners, and we're busy. It's fun. We love what we do.
That is so cool. That is so 3 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. That's a nice little journey.
April.
Yeah, that's great. So you said it was April?
Yeah.
Nice. So tell us, why did you ladies decide to be a business owner?
Well,
Do you want to tell our story?
Yeah, I'll
Tell
tell
the story. We want to
Okay,
hear.
we take turns telling the story. So
There you go.
On a time.
Yeah. So back during COVID, I was actually a former educator, and Hillary's son, I was tutoring him, and she had just finished renovating a house and then moved into a new home. And during the pandemic, she was renovating her house. I'm like, wow, you're so great at this, you know. It looked so beautiful, and she had a dance company, and so during the pandemic she was a non-essential worker, so wasn't able to go in. Her company was going into preschools, mobile dance company, and so because she was a non-essential worker, her business kind of shut down. So during the pandemic, I was still tutoring, and she was renovating, and my friend needed some help doing a project, and she was asked me, Jamie, can you come over and organize the house? And I said to Hillary, she really needs some help with design, so why don't you head over there and help her? And so Hillary went over and kind of took a look at the space and took her shopping. And she's called me and was like, Jamie, this is so much fun. You really should come with me. So I did. So we went shopping, and we kind of just took it from there. We went and we split up this large master bedroom into a couple different rooms. And then Hillary made some design selections, and then I did some organizing, and we just kind of we're like, wow, we actually think we could do this.
And we worked together really well. I mean, we had known
Yeah.
each other for quite some time because, like Jamie said, she was my son's tutor. But we never really were, we were acquaintances, but we didn't really realize that we could work together so well. And we just had so much fun that first day. We were organizing and designing her playroom on that first day. And it was so funny. We brought my dad to help us put up some stuff in the playroom, and we didn't have a handyman. So we're like, Dad, will you come help us? And it truly is it started as just a friends and family run business. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
3 years later, here we are talking to you.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And that was a great segue into the next question, because talking about, what you formerly used to do, and that's a great way to say, so why did you choose your industry? Right. So you were in college education, and then all of a sudden you started helping out with interior, and now you're doing this.
Yeah. I think first and foremost, we just both had a big interest and a passion for design and organization. Jamie, with her teaching background, she just kind of felt natural for her. So that's kind of part of teaching is, being organized, and
you have to be organized to run a group of 20 little children.
Right.
If you're not, everything's gonna just fall apart. So,
and then with my background, I ran a mobile dance company. So what that was, I ran that actually for 19 years, and I just sold it a couple years ago when this started getting bigger. But it's a creative job for me. I went into preschools and elementary schools and taught dance classes at schools. So I have a background in dance and musical theater. And I think just that translates to a lot of different creative things. So I just really love design, and the aesthetics of it, and putting different textures and colors together. So, we always say she's the sorted and I'm the styled,
Yeah.
and they
I was
just
going
kind
to
of came
say, you
together.
have synergy, right? That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. Our
Great.
husbands are very much like one another too, so we work so well together.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a work wife.
Yes, we have so
That
much
is
fun.
that is great. Yeah. And that was my next question was going to be, what role does each of you play? Because you one sorted and one style. So tell us a little bit about each role. Like how do you when you have a client, right? And somebody says, hey, we want to use you. Give us a little bit about what that looks like when you're going to go and help somebody with their design.
Sure. So we start off with a consultation, and the first thing that we do is meet with the client at their home and kind of just get to know them, take a look at their space, kind of ask them some questions about if we're doing design. We're really kind of looking at their whole space, their design aspects of the house, and then take a look for organization and look at what they have in there, taking inventory and what we would need for, maybe some shelving or things like that. And so,
Mhm.
really important that we get to know our clients and their lifestyle, because with this job, every job is so different and unique because we tailor it to our clients. So, yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. What else?
Yeah, we start with that consultation, and then we
Uh-huh.
do a proposal based on their needs. Usually they go with us. We don't have too many clients that turn, that go a different way at that point. But
Right.
we go in, we organize them. We have a team of 4 of us. And we typically, a space takes 6 to 8 hours, depending on what it is. It could take more, a little less. And we always, contain everything. We teach them how to maintain the system. We always label everything, so that gives them a better success rate of maintaining the system that we put in place.
Uh-huh.
And then, we can always offer refreshes if they're not able to keep up with it.
Yeah.
We have a VIP program where it's an auto pay program where if they need help maintaining the system, then we come back every 3 months and help them clean up the organization that we put in place if they're just not that personality that can keep up with it. So that's kind of our
Ah,
process.
that's a key point, right? If somebody's not keen to what you've done, so you can take it a step further, right? To change some things, maybe.
And as their family evolves too, like, as
Right.
if they have little kids, some of these clients need help just pulling out all the smaller clothes or, outgrowing the toys, and we can, kind of help them edit those. And we even have a service where we have someone come and pick up the donations, and then they take them and disperse them to local charities. So
Uh-huh.
they kind of decide where they need to go, and so we can help like get rid of everything as well, and
Right.
and that helps with the family too. So
That is great. That's a great thing. So you actually help it as well, like you said, with donations and stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. We
Yeah.
feel like we're kind of giving back in that way. And
Uh-huh.
also just the result of seeing an organized household and an organized family is so rewarding. Like Jamie said, part of our job with organization is getting to know the family and their lifestyle, and really getting to the heart of why aren't they, maybe why can't they keep a neat house, or why do they have so much stuff? Why do they have a hoarder heart?
Yes.
And
Excuse
getting
me, your
down,
house is awful, but I want to help.
right, but getting down to the nitty gritty of why they're like, why they have those habits, and then trying
Yeah.
to get them, as we call, to edit out some of their stuff, which is basically getting rid of it in some way. A lot of it is just trash, junk, but a lot of it's donations as well, and
Right.
getting them to trust us.
Yeah,
And
trust is a big thing.
Yeah, because you're asking people to get rid of stuff, and people have stuff for a reason. I can't get rid of this. I've had it for 35 years.
Right.
right.
That's a big part
Yeah.
of our job, is figuring out why they have it, right? And kind of questioning them and what it means to them, how long they've had it, how long, when was the last time they used it? All those questions. So we can kind of coach them into letting go, or maybe keeping it and finding a safe spot for it, or somewhere where it would be useful, or somewhere
Right.
they, even where they remember that they have it. Because once they're organized, a lot of times we see and hear, oh, I didn't even know I had those.
Or I didn't know I had 10 of those same things.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I got 50 of these. I only need 2.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
wow, do
Right.
I really need 10 black long sleeve shirts? Like once they're all in the same zone, as we call it, or category, they're realizing like, okay, maybe I don't need that, and I could edit it and pass it on to someone else who maybe could use it.
Yeah, great point, right? Pass it on to somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got a quick question. So do you follow the same rule as I feel, as if I haven't dealt with it or looked at it or touched it in a year, get rid of it? I don't need it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're on the right track with that. We even kind of have a shorter deadline. So
Yeah.
like I say 6 months, but
6 months.
yeah.
I'll let the 1 year slide.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, I look at stuff in my condo right now and I'm like, I haven't touched this box since I've been here. I
Yeah.
think it needs to
Oh,
go.
might be time.
Yeah.
Right, right. So do you do a free consultation?
It's $100 for us to come
Oh,
out.
okay, okay.
We do
Yeah,
a
I
hundred
didn't.
dollar consultation, but when you book with us, it's kind of like a deposit. So then we take that and we apply it, because it does take us quite a bit of time to interview the family, take a look at the home, we take pictures, measurements. There's a lot of planning and thought that goes into the proposal. So then we sit down, we talk about the client, how we're going to approach it, and then create a proposal. So we also do closet build out. So a lot of times our clients, when we go in, they need a system, so we take that into account too during that consultation, and we work with a guy locally here that does closet build outs for us. So we have to send over video and measurements and kind of talk to him. So that's why we take the consultation fee.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense because it's like you said, it's time consuming.
It
Mm-hmm.
is. And I think as small business owners, and I'm sure this will speak a lot to your listeners, when you jump into a business, it's all about confidence, and it's hard to build that confidence until you have experience under your belt. So we did used to do a free consult.
Yeah.
But the more we work at it, the more we realize, hey, we're really good at this and our time is valuable. So,
Yeah,
it's interesting as our business grows and morphs into what it is. You kind of you set rates and you realize, okay, my time is worth that. And
Mm-hmm.
if they need it, that then we're here. And we that's why we kind of changed it from free to that $100 deposit, and it works.
it
Yeah.
just makes sense, right? Yeah, you hit the key statement you said was time is valuable. You know,
Hmm.
and I agree with that. If you're good at what you do, and your time is involved, there's nothing wrong with saying, look, this is what we charge. It's how it is.
Yeah, I
You
think
know.
that's a challenge when you're getting into something new.
Yeah, I struggle with that as well. Yes, I can attest to that.
Yeah, right.
Yes. We'll talk about that later, but that's for another conversation. But
Right.
time is valuable, yeah, and and I get it that we don't want to catch ourselves doing things for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's
It's easy to fall into that in the beginning, but
mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced when you first started getting into this and up to now. Because you're 3 years in, you should have a lot to
yeah.
say.
I know. Okay, so thinking about some of our challenges is, finding the right client. I think, finding new business. Maybe it's a luxurious service that we offer, and so with the cost of living going up and the
Yeah.
product prices are going up, and trying to keep
Building
our
materials, right?
building
Yeah.
materials, everything has gone up so much that, we have a ton of repeat clients, and we do, we're busy, but, just finding that right client that trusts us is a challenge. So, um,
Yeah.
we're constantly using social media, and we're using some marketing strategies, and collabing with influencers, and just really trying to think outside the box. We've done spas, med spas. We've done a wedding planner. We've done an RV. So we just kind of think outside the box, but always finding new business and keep continuing to grow. I think maybe because of the cost of living is a challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, we're feeling that all over the country right now, and that is definitely a part of the problem. But speaking of looking for clients and trying to find the right client, can we mention about some of the clients that you have worked with, or is that not something we can talk about?
Yeah, we can.
Because can we talk about how I found you?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a funny story,
Well, yeah,
right?
Because that's a
Yeah.
story in itself, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great story, right? So tell us that story.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can go ahead and tell them.
Well,
I love this.
yeah, I know that you found us on Dog the Bounty Hunter's Instagram page. Is that right?
That's correct. You made a
Okay.
post.
Right. So I guess the way that kind of came about is we had to start back at the beginning. We got an Instagram, a DM from an RV manufacturer called Heartland RVs. And it was funny. Jamie was out of town and I texted her. I'm like, did you see that DM from Heartland RVs? What is that, spam? We thought it was a joke because but it just makes sense that an RV small space would reach out to us to organize an RV. So Heartland said, hey, we're going to be at the Tampa Super Show and we're bringing our newest models and we want you to come and show people that are walking through the RV how you can actually live in the RV in an organized way. So we agreed to do it. We brought in tons of containers. We had to really stage this RV as if we were living in it. It was a huge project. We had to go to the grocery store and buy all the stuff like that you would
Walmart. We bought silverware and plates and
Yeah.
things. It didn't make sense to have it organized with nothing in the
Nothing in it.
containers.
Yeah.
We didn't realize what we were getting into, but it was a great challenge.
From there, we met a YouTube family called Trying Something New. Sandy and Jimmy and their 3 kids and dog all live full time out of a beautiful RV, a Heartland RV, fifth wheel. And they wanted to collab with us. They were like, this is great. We love what you do. Come organize us. So we did a YouTube episode with them and we organized their entire RV. That was so much fun. And you can actually, you can still see that episode now on their account. And then from there, I guess that's how Dog found us.
So, okay. So then what happened I'll take over from there. So then from there, Doug and his new wife Francie had moved to Florida, and they were living in an RV. And so they've been living in an RV for like maybe a year, and we're thinking about having, kind of traveling around the country. And her best friend called and said, like, look at these girls, and look at this girl, she's talking about Jimmy and Sandy, and these girls just came in, and Sandy coins us the organizing queens. So she's like, look at these are organizing queens. You got to have them do your RV. They can design it, they can organize it. And so they started following along with our story. And then one day I just received a phone call, and I missed the call, and it was like, hi, Sorted in Style. This is, Francie, Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife. And
we were like, what?
You're like, hold up here. Is this real?
We're moving into a new house, and I've been following along, and Dog and I have been watching your videos on Instagram, and we would just like absolutely love to have you out to check out our new house. And we want you to do some organization, maybe some design, and we just can't wait to meet you. So I called her right back, of course, and we chatted. She was so incredibly sweet, and we set up our consultation, and Hillary and I, took a little road trip, and we drove down to see them, and
we met the dog.
Oh my gosh, they're wonderful. So we went in, and they're so welcoming. They have a beautiful new house. And so we took a tour and got to meet them, and Doug his book just launched. So he was doing some Zoom interviews on the back patio and came in to meet us. And he was like, let's take a picture. And so we took a picture with him, and we're just chatting. And what do you call us? The quicker picker uppers?
Yeah, the quicker picker uppers.
Or the quicker fixer uppers. And all of a sudden he jumped into doing this like little video for us, and we were totally not expecting it, but
it was like a little infomercial. He was like, "Oh, I'm Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm here with the quicker fixer uppers,
or the quicker fixer uppers, or the quicker uppers, or whatever." Anyway, it was really sweet.
And he was like, "What's your phone number?" And we were so caught off guard. I don't even know our phone number.
She looked at me and I was like, so I quickly rattle it off, and then I'm like, why didn't I just say DM us? It's 2024. Yeah. So we had a good laugh, and Francie and they were just telling us all kinds of fun stories and everything else, and so that little video went viral.
If you follow along with Dog the Bounty Hunter's account, then you'll see us organizing them coming up pretty soon. So that's a fun, exciting project that we've got coming up.
Yeah, and let me know. I help promote that as well, because I think that's really cool. Because when I saw that video, I'm like, wow, this is like really cool.
Thank you.
Because just the way he had mentioned you girls, I was like, this is so cool, man. It's like they have to be good.
Oh, thank you. They're very sweet couple.
Yeah, that's such a great story. And I'm glad that you reached back out to me and make this happen, because it blew me away that to see that video. I'm like, they have to be good at what they do for you to be in something like that,
Oh, we appreciate that. I think that's key, like when we're talking about our challenges, that's kind of key to getting your name out there. I mean, really our bread and butter are these mostly local people. We drive, we're in Tampa, but we also go to Sarasota, and we've gone to Orlando, and, we'll go anywhere if the client is willing to have us. But I think that, the locals and like just families and doing that is what we love. But like really getting our name out there is tough, and pairing up with some celebs and influencers is really helping to skyrocket our business, and get our name out there.
Yeah. So just keep an ear out, because this guy is about to do just what Dog had talked about he did for the year. I myself am going to get an RV soon.
Oh, come on down to
Florida. Drive on down.
And
organize you.
We're going to sort and style you.
That is correct. I am going to travel the country and do my podcast. That's my goal, is to travel.
That's great.
Right. Yep. I want to see every state in this country, meet a lot of people, interview, and just do everything I can to help promote,
Oh, what a life. You should do
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And, the first stops are going to be the East Coast. Since I'm here, I'm going to probably head down, to Florida, the Carolinas and Florida first, and then go west,
Nice. Okay.
Yep. So
well,
you're going to be, I want you girls to do my Sorted in Style.
We will. We'll be your first stop on your tour.
Yes, there you go. So what a great segue into the next question. So what are some of the expectations for your business in the next year or two? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Oh, well, we have a lot of things in mind.
Yeah. We got to narrow it down. Right?
I guess we could narrow it down to one or two. Probably the mobile store. We would like to have a van with products. So like kind of what you're mentioning is we want to be able to, we bring a ton of stuff with us when we go to the home and wine and stuff. So we would like to have a full stock of our products so we can go in and out and grab whatever we need. That will help us save a lot of time. We do a lot of running around, but we have a great team of girls that help us do some of that too. So I think maybe, what else you want to tell them?
Yeah. Well, just sticking with that kind of small space organization that we specialize in, we would love to somewhere down the line start a product line, our own branded, sorted and styled product line. When we are shopping, I don't know if are we okay to mention brands on your other brands or no? Okay, we'll keep it general.
I guess just keep it general, I guess. So we'll keep it safe.
Yeah. So I'm sure your listeners probably know, there's kind of one store out there that specializes in organization containers. And we are there all the time, but we are noticing a lack of containers, options, baskets for super small space organization, especially in RVs, mobile homes, small apartment living, tiny homes, boats, houseboats. These are homes that are trending right now. People are downscaling, they're downsizing with the economy and interest rates and everything. So we love this little niche for our business, and we want to see some small space product organization coming, and we would love to, you know, partner with a manufacturer and get some of that and use those containers in our job.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What a
That's like
great
a whole
angle.
other business, but
We
we're
would like a little
Absolutely.
section in that little. That's
Yeah.
yeah, the
That's
sorted and
brilliant. That's
styled
sorted and
brilliant.
corner.
styled corner with, you know, because especially like Hillary said with the RV, we had to really be creative. It was a big challenge to try to use products that weren't intended for spaces in the RV.
Uh-huh.
Because in the RV the spaces are so tall and skinny, so we had to bring in our contractor to do a lot of customizing for that. So if we know what we need, we just need someone to make it.
See?
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea. Yeah. If you don't mind, send me that link so I can look at that video as well and help promote that as well.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
we'd love to.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's great. So how do our listeners contact you and reach out to you?
They can reach us through Instagram at Sorted and Styled Tampa, or email at contact@sortedandstyledtpa.com. Or if they want, they can send us a message, text message, or give us a call at 813-613-0792.
I'm
Great.
so glad you know our phone number.
Somebody has to. We
There
don't
was
use
no
it too often,
hesitation
but
this time, right?
a lot of DMs through Instagram is, you know, but a text message or a phone call works too.
Right. That's great. Awesome. So would you like to offer a discount to our listeners?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, love
Let's
to.
do it.
Yeah, we're going to offer 15% off to all the Q.A.C. team listeners. And yeah,
Just send us a message and
ready
mention
to
that.
book.
Yeah, mention that you heard us on the podcast, and we'll go ahead and apply that for the listeners.
That is so grateful. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
No
Thank you.
problem.
This has been great.
So much
Yes.
fun.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. So one takeaway from all this that you have for our listeners, what's one thing you want to tell our listeners?
That's a good question.
Yeah, as far as organization.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just one point of advice for their organization.
You want to give one for organization, and I'll give one for design.
Oh, we're gonna get
Yeah.
two.
Yeah,
This is
well, we
great.
have to get the sorted tip and the styled tip.
So the
You know.
sorted tip.
I love it.
It's got
Yeah, what a sorted
gotta be- yeah,
tip
it's
and
gotta
a
be
style tip. Yeah.
So I guess our sorted tip would be, if you're doing some organization of your own at home, kind of sort everything into piles and then edit out what you don't need. If you haven't used it, go back to the rule. If you haven't used it in 6 months to a year, it's probably time to pass it on. What's Lauren say? This moment has passed.
That's
This
one of our
moment has
clients.
passed.
One of our clients.
Kind of one of our high profile clients, one of our VIPs. Like we'll edit with her and she'll say, this moment has passed.
And we say, yes, it
And then
has.
we put it
And
in
we
the donate pile.
put it away. And so
That is great.
And then
you
just
know,
zoning.
just being honest with yourself. Like if you really haven't used it, and you know, or we say if it looks a little loved, it's time to move on. Set
Right.
it aside and then really zone your things. Like get all
Right.
your batteries and all your, you know, in one place, all your utility items. Get everything into the same room. A lot of times we find things in several different spaces, which is why we end up organizing the whole home usually. And so we go room by room and just getting everything into the right place, into the right zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the styling tip for interior design, I know people are, you know, kind of nervous and scared about redoing a room, and you actually can do it on your own. It's about taking risks maybe and being inspired by a photo, something that you see online or a Pinterest picture, and just do it like a jumping off point. Gather 3 or 4 inspirational pictures and pull from each one and start getting samples together as far as like wallpaper color and paint colors and different textures, and lay them all out on your counter or your table. We often use mood boards to make sure that everything is going to look good together and give our client an idea of how it all becomes cohesive. But if you just gather all those materials and set them out and make sure that you love them together, that's a great jumping off point. And don't be afraid of risks. And then I always just suggest stay away from custom items, custom furniture, stuff like that, because if you don't have a lot of experience and you're just trying to DIY a new design project, then using stores that take returns is definitely a plus.
Right. And all else fails, call Sorted in Style.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Hillary, Jamie, thank you so much for this interview. This has been a blast.
Thank you for having us. We really enjoyed it.
I'm glad. Absolutely. Me too. Thank you so much. And do you have anything else you want to add?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
We're looking forward to hearing from some of your listeners and helping them out. And we'll send you the link for the YouTube episode. And I think that's all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Let us know when you're in the Tampa area.
Absolutely, it will be soon. I'm working on it.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. All right. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Q.A.C. Team Podcast with your host, Charles Luttrell. Connect with us on the web at qacteam.com, Facebook and Instagram at qac.team. Thanks for listening.